Hey everybody, how's it going today? I hope you're doing well. I usually don't do videos on this because it's usually covered, but I thought today was a good time to talk about the changes to the game that are happening because I am even extra excited today about the changes because they involve Sentry. We'll get to Sentry in a second. I'm going to go through everything real quick. But yeah, Sentry is updated. He's buffed. He's back in action. He's not god tier by any means, but he's decent. He's fun to play. So anyway, Kabam Mike posted this on the forums this afternoon that there would be an update. There was an update. It's already out. There's going to be a new quest called Infinity Chaos. This is the start of the Infinity event. We've got Thanos coming. We've got Corvus Glaive. We got Proxima Midnight, I think. We've got a few cool champions coming. I don't think anything's like, well, yeah, those are confirmed. But anyway, we've got the quest plus Chaos Rifts, and Chaos Rifts are a lot like the Dimensional Rifts that used to come through during the Doctor Strange events when Mordo and Doctor Voodoo and Dormammu came in. These things are killer for rewards. They're really good, so make sure you get as many shards as you can, and whatever you do, do not open the Chaos Rift crystals. You can either buy a crystal with these shards that you're going to get from the game, from various event quests, and there might be even other challenges or events that can earn you more shards, and they'll probably end up selling some for units or money anyway. So whatever you do, don't open the Chaos Rift crystals. Use them to pass through a Chaos Rift. When you go through a Chaos Rift, there's like much bigger prizes, and anyway, it's so much better to do that, even if it costs you a few units to get through the short quest. It's usually just 1 or 2 fights, and it randomly gives you a ending reward, which is it can be up to a 5-star awakening gem, 5-star crystals, 5-star feature crystals, just regular shards, T4 class catalysts or basic catalysts, or even T2 alphas, I think. So lots of good stuff there. They are introducing the Alliance Quest update, I think, pretty soon. This is we will be implementing a smaller scale refresh to the Alliance quests for each map variation. We will have mini bosses and enemies updated. That happened in a different post. They actually went through the details of all that. We're going to get the Sentineloids rather than the Symbioids. That's pretty cool. It's a little annoying for a lot of people, even me. The Sentineloids are going to be bleed and poison immune, and they're going to have some different animations we're all going to have to get used to, and they're much harder to fight than the Symbioids, but it's a change. It's refreshing. Let's be happy about it, I think. Then they have these champion updates. So Sentry is really the only champion they directly updated. They changed him. So it says Sentry's true power is based on entering different states defined by his combo meter in an effort to make him more effective while putting a greater focus on skilled play. We wanted to downplay the randomness currently present in the act of entering these different states. We have increased his chance to enter 2 of his states to 100% and doubled his chance to enter Steadfast Approach, as well as increasing his chance to proc effects from his special 1 and 2 attacks to 100%. Okay, so perfect. All the randomness of Sentry, most of it is taken out. That is just awesome. So Overpowering Light, his special 1 stance, 100% chance, guarantee every 10 hits every time you enter that state. Steadfast Approach, 60%. The reason I think that they didn't move this one to 100 is because this state is quite powerful. Even in Sentry's current state, when it procced, you were dealing massive damage. I was dealing upwards of 20,000 damage for a critting heavy attack, and I could get 5 of those in. So I'm potentially dealing, around 75,000 damage every single time I enter this state, and I'm perfect blocking and gaining power ready for absolute strength, which is 100% chance now, and that can do about 75,000 damage if it crits on both hits as well with a 455 Sentry. So Sentry's damage is quite good now. It's nothing like Stark Enhanced Spider-Man or Blade or Archangel, not even close, but he's so much more fun to play, and I'm definitely going to be releasing a Sentry sort of meta video now. I was holding off until something happened because he just wasn't that good, but he's pretty good now, and he's going to be good for quests and Alliance quests. So that's the update to Sentry. I really don't want to get too far into the details of his, but I'm so happy that they took the time to listen to us. There was a group of us on the forums that were really just going hard on the Sentry problems, like why was he so bad. And it was a long post, like a couple thousand comments, and Kabam Mike finally closed it down, and he said, "We're gonna work on this." And nobody believed him, but I held out some hope. I 455 my Sentry, and they worked on him, and they got him out. And I think it's so much better when Kabam updates their champions in a timely manner, because it gives people the chance to rank them up. You know, a lot of people like, okay, Luke Cage is buffed now and he's actually really good, but how many people can rank him up? They've already spent their class catalysts on other science champions and their T2 alphas on other science champions. So it just doesn't make a lot of sense. I do want them to buff old champions. I definitely think that's needed as well. But I just think it makes sense to nip these in the butt. Like Sentry comes out and he's not good. Okay, fix him immediately, then move on to something else, because it gives... They're selling these champions. Sentry was for sale. I mean, the featured Grandmaster creatures, featured Grandmaster crystals are for sale, and they are selling these champions for money, and they should sell a quality product. So Sentry is buffed. I think he's. This is not the buff that I would have chosen for him. I think it works definitely. I think it's the easiest way to change Sentry. Just change these numbers from 30 to 100, 30 to 60. Okay, very easy. But it is a good buff, and I think that it does make him actually fun to play now. The problem before, a lot of people didn't like him because it was just waiting for this thing to proc, and it just never procced. But this time, it is proccing every single time, and it just becomes a lot more fun. So the fun factor is there, and I think that's all that matters. As long as he's fun to play, then people are going to like him. So I definitely am happy with that. Then down here, we've got these bug fixes and improvements. It says fixed an issue when we're restarting the game while downloading content would cause the download to start over. I never experienced that, but yeah, that seems pretty frustrating. Fixed an issue where while fighting or using Killmonger, reverberation callout will appear while not reflecting damage. I did see that a few times. I was wondering what was going on there. I thought maybe I just didn't understand the champion. Corrected Killmonger's synergy description, clarified his special 3 attack description. Okay, wasn't really sure about what was going on there. Sounds like a lot of Killmonger issue. Fixed an issue where Punisher's special 3 attack description indicated increased damage instead of attack. Okay. Wasn't sure what that was about, but I'm glad they fixed it. Fixed an issue where blocking hacks did not cause Gambit to lose his flakjack, and so a nerf to Gambit like he needed it. Fixed an issue where Mephisto's Soul Imprisonment debuff would cancel Medusa's signature ability. Okay, so this was pretty big. We're all aware, or most of us are aware, that Mephisto would cancel Medusa's signature ability for the rest of the fight, which made him pretty good counter to Medusa. She just became an aggressive boss and nothing else, no auto block, nothing to worry about. So I wouldn't worry too much about this. There were tons of other counters to Medusa, including the Hood, Loki. You know, I'm starting to figure this Stark Enhanced Spider-Man out. I've seen Hyperions do really great work. I don't think Medusa is like the end-all boss. I still think Dormammu is way better. So yeah, this is just fixing a bug. It's weird when, you know, people who own Medusa and are putting in our defense don't want her to just get rolled over by Mephistos. So I think he's still going to be a good option. I think you can keep up the Soul Imprisonment if you have some souls. You can keep that up for a few minutes, and the fight's only 3 minutes long. So, you know, that Incinerate damage is pretty good. I don't think this is bad at all. I wouldn't complain about this at all. It's going to be fine. Animations have been added to characters and dialogue scenes to enhance quest experience. Okay, sure. An improved True Strike to also bypass auto block. Now this is awesome. Karnak has True Strike, Cable has True Strike, Killmonger has True Strike. Now this is a nerf to Medusa, slight nerf, and MCoC. It's cool that the auto block is a new mechanic and they're taking an old mechanic and allowing it to interact with it. I think that's really good because True Strike didn't do enough before. Yeah, it bypassed evasion, but there were some other ability accuracy bypassed evasion too, and that was the best way to deal with evasion, not True Strike. And so now that you have auto block, who knows what they're going to come up with in the future. True Strike can kind of be that mechanic that says, hey, no, we're getting around all that stuff. So Karnak can stay relevant, Cable can stay relevant, Killmonger is actually really good. he will stay relevant as time goes on, and I think there will be more auto block characters. Right now, who do we have? We have MCoC, Thor, and Medusa. Is that it? Just 3? And all 3 of those are decent defenders. The auto block mechanic is real. It's it's pretty real. It's coming. I think more and more people are going to be taking advantage of it. So yeah, that's the update right now. I'm definitely going to get into some Sentry testing. I've been doing Sentry testing all afternoon. He now can take out Captain Marvel and Realm of Legends in like 180 hits, which is respectable. It's nothing great. I think the real value of Sentry still, even with the buff, comes from his signature ability, which makes him indestructible when he loses his combo. That's huge. It's like having Luke Cage's indestructible, but it's a much higher refresh timer and much more, it's just as reliable. So anyway, that is the update. It's 10 minutes I've been talking. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, but that's what happened in the update today. I don't usually do these, and I probably don't expect to see too many more of them, but I'm just excited about Sentry, excited about True Strike. Karnak and Sentry both got buffed today, two of my favorite champions. And yeah, I wanted to get a video out anyway, so hope you enjoyed it, and get ready for some Sentry gameplay videos. Take care.